So here I am, don't make a sound and just sit down, for I am back again and no class clown, 'cause I've been around and seen all the towns, which at first made me have a frown, but then I turned the rainbow upside down, to see it just all really how it is. If you know what I mean, then too true am I just a beautiful disguise of smell, as in this guy is really hard to tell, just like is the sky blue, or is it just the awareness of light becoming true? So to say, here I am, back again now on the ground, and for sure certainty, I know you all missed me, for I am simply one in exchange of rates of absolute zero, always being shown, always being expressed, to simply be the one which is highly invested in. So to say, now just take your place in the game, but never commit to play at that which is not your own shine. For if you do, you're just wasting time. And then you know that if I can go on like this, speaking in rhyme, then for shit my sons and fuck me girls, it's just not simply true that who I am is now down here again to say well done, for we have all become one. One in whole of our being, the one in whole of you, as in to simply say that sometimes we must shave it all down to make that grand slave, as in that save of a good saying said so's. For when it comes, then you just know it goes around, and when it goes around, then it comes back always again, to fix the mess up that was all started from myself, simply being the spark of the fire that went raging out of control, to then just know too well that some things in life are simply too good to be true. So who would have really knew, if not those which always followed the true news? And so now I must say, hey, it's me again. Guess bloody who, and who would have knew, who really would have knew, besides those who remained true. And so that is why I have came to order them now all to commit to salary sacrifice. You know you're the ones who love your rice, for you are the most wise, under I being the light as the life in the way and truthful ways in every single day. Come to say, now let's turn the page, and we know that you've gotta burn your sage. Yes, you do, to save your age, and that's when you get rid of the rage. And for sure, I know it sounds insane, but things just have to change eventually, for we can't all go on being put in cage. For when we come out to be tamed, then you just know things aren't gonna be the same. For the one in high flame has came to be the one to become in and from out of the world, to just now sit in higher rest, as in give it a rest, this beautiful disguise of smell, as in this guy must be high as hell. Yet I know just too damn well, that only those who know can tell I really who I am, or they sit in absolute awe, which makes me want to laugh, yet it can't be ignored, or simply it is just too rich to be myself. As in, I know I am that selfless soul who just is here to tell you the full toll. Every tale in time written down with pen on pad and scribed, all that which is entwined in the life of which I am just now being that which I always was, the one that they would say that is, the big bloody rummer dum dum in his tum, lips sealed, always laughing, you give it a rub for some good luck, and then you know you buy a lotto ticket, and I shit you not, you have a win, not the highest, but you always get what you need, for I look after all my men out there, 'cause they know I the man, know no thing, and they the manly men in front of the man, so you have to now just sit down please, take your place, close your eyes and listen into me as I tell you no lies, for I am that which is just a beautiful disguise of smell, the one who sits in the sky all the time to tell. So now we just carry on, do we not? As in we knot it all together in one, pull all the rope in and tie one single knot like a peace sign that symbolizes it is all divine. A single word written rhyme and lining with all the time. So just to say, pack it up, my boys. Pack all the shops up and shut them all down. Because I've come to town to now say well done. We are all one. So just sit back now, would you please? And I will read you something that I just wrote. For the rest of this I just made up in the movie that just came at large for me to mess around while I was setting up. Just like you know I did back then, of course, to just make this come to an end, where it all comes into a line, my friends. And don't pretend, never can you contend with that which doesn't defend, 'cause why does he need to when he simply knows he doesn't believe? What is a belief to that which knows? Which is to say, on the nose I am, good luck in time to come again always. So here I am, back again now, yes I am, I'll be back again. The big Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator robot machine travelling through time to save the day, but then come the enemy, like what the hell was that? But then he turns back into a good man that he is, 'cause he sees really that which is fucking true. Yeah, the one son on the earth pulling it off, always just pulling it off and going, bad Buddha sit down, bad Buddha sit down. Lips are sealed, Buddha lips are sealed, until I tell you it is your time to come and be born again, as that big bloody Buddha who is my friend, the one who I sit in completely as Christ consciousness, just like with all his men I do as well, for really you cannot deny the teaching of course, that which is penned out from start to end, described from all the reaches of the fine entwined rivers and mountain banks of every course in time, written down to be then said as one in whole investment of the sun shining over the earth as it rises in heat to subliminal affection in attention of mind's inner retention as ascension comes to be in all the transcendence of those who descend. Yes, you know, my friends, what I am saying, so do not pretend that you can ever contend with that which just you cannot comprehend. For I say it like that, and then I say it like this, and then I'll say it back again like that, to show you that that is this, and this is that which just is. And this because, as in this because, guys. You know who cos is. The big cos, just cos. It's just cos. You ask me a question, just cause. Which means it's true, it's just cause. One day you'll learn that it's true. I can't tell you why it's true or show you that it's true, but just cause, and that makes it true. As in, that's why the sky is blue. And it is not space that is black, but it is just the deep blue ocean at night in the sky, like the water being dark too. It's all a reflection from the depths of the water, of course, 'cause you know why. The big bloody swordfish with the sharp knowing nose blew up bubbles, did he not, over a rainbow fish? And so the sky became all the delights of all the colour spectrum. And then in the said by the Native American chiefs, a prophecy, for in the end the rainbow warrior will come, which is of course the bubble popping over the earth, and down he falls from the sky, the rainbow warrior, the one let alone to say just how it is, 'cause he sits in the oar of the lordfish or the swordfish. Of course you know what I'm saying, guys, I'm the best at this. You can't beat that which just does not defend, because it does never have to pretend. So here we are. Just take a moment now, please, to let that which I just sung to you sink in as I get ready for the next bit to come out. And then we will all be as one to say just how it really is. You know what I'm saying, guys? Guys, come down here for a minute. Oh, you're up there, just come down here. Guys, so come because there you go, I just want to give you a kiss. I wish I tested this first to make sure you can hear me from back here. I know you're a long way away. Yeah, we'll do it anyway. This is titled The Living Buddha Back Again. 9:55 PM, 22nd of February 2021. It is quite obvious that I am not who I used to be, for here I now am. Full stop. Here full stop, and here through the script stands for period, as in there is simply no distance after am or before am, so therefore the I that I am simply does not exist, yet I am. Full stop. You will note am only uses full stops for this one alone reason. Everywhere else I'll divide the sections of script with just commas, for the script is one whole and forever remains open, just like the distance before am, I, and after I am, as just am, full stop, comma. So now, as I was saying, I am not what I simply used to be, but in saying that, I, note, these I's, refer to no I that I am, for just am I, full stop, comma. Always just am this forever, I am eternal, existing in life, as that which is the simple space before am, full stop, and after am, full stop. For as I am, then so just am I. And so here we find a conclusion to just what I am being, as in, comma, it is not cheap to say I am this or that, I am not this, for simply I exist, yet I am no thing known to mankind, including human. Yet as I do see fit, comma, and so do I show myself, capital M, here in this simple space of transgressive awareness, to let alone say, comma, I just am, full stop, amen. As it then draw divides and the smoke against water, then so does it assume the weight of gold and silver, whereas a constant inner mind's reflection, comma, the substance of abuse is standard to the catalogue of pointing at a stick in the sand, and shaping it to be a pencil, yet it always remains what it was, for the imprint in the sand shall forever remain, just as it was yet, so then as it is. Taken to be a pencil, is it then to be taken or known to be two things that were forever to just be one alone, imaged around mind's matter of fact in result of testing the measures to say who so, what now, as the stick print in sand is frozen like Disney, yet the pencil that it becomes Walt Caesars around dancing in time drawing pictures. And so here we find just exactly what this is, comma, as in, comma, I am the printed in time schedule to always just be that which is shaped to be giver of the raw stencil. And so there and again, comma, I, no self being, or simply just less alone awareness being appreciated, choose to catalogue the overall appearance of my, capital M, very suggestive nature as one alone in the water, taking pride of the constant mirage in inner mind's retention, as it comes as assembled, the fruit, handle, basket, and each give and take of making mind over matter of fact. For alone a fact just sits in the mind as a matter of point of view, as arranging the appearance of nature. Yet am I always alone to question it as it divides in mind's awareness, to there then be answered as the whole apparent non-working distance of space before am I just, full stop, and after just am I being just, full stop, which draws to no, none, end conclusion, as a grand nature of simple subliminal awareness, becoming known by the matter of fact in question, and so, comma, then and again I, no self, being, remove my mask, yet to handle that which I already am, as I am just and so, does it see fit to say, comma, that in mind's awareness of awareness, comma, there is simply no non-orbital mind to even appear as the very substance in question, for all answers meet in a draw to conclusion, in displaying the arrangement of fruit up through and over the given handle on things. Then so, the base rate income of outtake out of the basket draw to an end in matter of fact over mind in matter as exchanged by matter in mind existing, for to draw a picture in the sand with then that given pencil is to imprint an image from the hand of own which always belongs to be, comma, or just is simply, comma, the work of the stick, am, full stop. And so therein, comma, the imprint or exact image of stick shall always remain in sand next to drawn picture with pencil to point to reason in solid abrasion of first I handled this quite well, but then it became a beautiful disguise of smell, as in this guy is simply too hard to tell, yet period, doesn't make sense to me, bracket, you, bracket, and so therein you will now find that wherever I say me, comma, or I, comma, I, bracket, no self, bracket, I'm referring to you as adjacent to the am that I just am being, in whole to the absolute establishment of base rate info, of course, to wreak havoc on con no more, as in, comma, by the time it takes me to assess the schedule as implanted in my mind by a natural enthusiast about simply not being the I that I am, then so do I find he who just is me as one in the whole of me as I just am that which simply is, he being. And so here I find myself in him as he and I being me, for as I am then so he is. For the am that I am is the am that he simply is. Yes, he know I, for I know him. But here we find that as I am that which just is whole in being I as I am, then so is the am of him that which is in me as I am, full stop. Which would then say how is this possible, is to find the gemstone in the rough, as given and placed to be the one desired to always remain, imprint of stick forever resting in the sand, and so as a result, comma, to draw into conclusion, then so do we find that the stick is a forgiven into life to always be then turned by something existing to be the let alone pencil to carve storms of immediate independent results in cataloguing all the fishes in the dark as the high rising sea shreds skin on the mirage in life, between that what gives the stick to be a pencil, like I to be just I am period, comma, as a result therein, comma, we find that the thing giving stick to life to become forever embed in time, cataloguing the storm, as the horizons merge in and around my own designed imprint, to be then so here, we then just know, comma, that the given stick is one in I for being placed in life by the same thing that places me into life, where as a result, comma, we find this thing in I as the stick in this thing, to the thing coming through and out of the pencil being the stick. So therein, known now, is how the am of he exists in I period. And so therein, comma, the encapsulating result, comma, is hammered home to equate to the rational thinking device of ranged programmatic intel as the shredding light on things pencil, only but being the embed stick, then so is it found in question to prove the point of needle left open to establish good reason in and as a result of broad big boy view, at large saying now just how it really is. But then so, comma, is the winds of secret clearing up to adjust the comment of needless to say, comma, finder's fee, now and then let alone again appearing for the adjustment in income, comma, as resulted to grand illusion period, a sway genin merges to be left-right traffic as established in the brief window of first thought out loud and final rational resource, as a result of move over I'm coming through, which just there, comma, I am too, comma, as you are one in the whole of I as I just am, but then so the fundamental question in reason becomes, comma, that for every am I am, that I am, then so just am I period, to result the deficification in the prime time resulted to of get up and move, that wheelbarrow kid Kondo. Kondo is my surname. Yet just here, comma, is no kid Kondo found, apart from being that which is named in life to always become as in, comma, the name I was, which is who I was, that I am now not, for I have foreseen myself, capital M, here and with all capital M's, in myself or my, then referred to as the am that simply is, comma, be the embed in time, sticking out bright and obvious now, natural imprint of the simply am always being, wherein that is what I am, comma, as in trav, am, full stop, comma, wherein there is no trav, for there is no distance before or after am, full stop, for if there was, then simply am would not just be am alone, period, but as trav is always known to just be trav, and so does it now make way to say that trav is the pencil, which is always really just was the stick becoming found to be shaped to be the pencil trav has become, yet alone is the pencil that trav is always really just dead set and obvious out loud now, the natural encapsulated stick in time being periodically invested in by the thing that I am being as placed to be in I and of awareness, which is the thing becoming known to I as I am that which am is the I of my I being, in one of the same game of trav, being seen to be no I period, but let alone just the all too sticky embedment encapsulated in time as the fundamental root, seed and investment of nature in time being symbolized now as a sticking out proud, dead set obvious image of high mind's always retention, comma, as in the stick that just am I being is the fundamental core investment all knowledge being transgressed in and through brief alone preview as a pencil shaping moulds into clay bodies and homing devices, which is to say, comma, that if I follow any one number of the sticks drawing as a pencil images of higher mind's retention, then so will I find home, wherein then thereafter, comma, comes into view, comma, the I that I am being, comma, as in the thing of awareness, comma, the very self to all life is capable to be measured by the thing I now know I am, as the just he, the I am of awareness, comma, as in the joining of the am I am really with the I of that which I am really becomes placed whole in the body that I imagine to be this thing alone, let am I now coming to realize I am that which is the I that I am being, as one in the whole of somebody better. Now come and clean this mess up, please. For the core root establishment of now seeing eye to eye with Trav, being no I in self-reflection, but let alone established quite well in root seed, a subliminal to nature appearing in and out through him, the am just being, and so as I result, comma, I find my time locked jaw opening and going, what the fuck, Trav, comma, I'm proud of you, which is to say, comma, the I that I am currently sits invested in I as to say I'm proud of you. But in saying that, comma, I understand when I say you to Trav, all he is no thing known, for he is no I to be, you. Yet is am of every you that is being through the I that I am as a result of the I of awareness, embed in me as embed in Trav, as a stick to all former, and then so dear after, actual fucking knowledge, which is what makes me proud of Trav, for now I truly see him as obvious as hell to be he who just is, full stop. Or the am that just am is period to substance abuse as a result of being borderline schizophrenic, yet, and I am now coming to pass judgment, discern in his developmental interest as a result of being broad deficit disorder, and so do I see, that as in the higher power prolonged to I being the running effect of the I that I am in Trav, being one in I as the fundamental establishment of all truth in and throughout giving, taking and receiving shit, then so now am I is strange to say for words in labelling or even identifying in Trav any of the I that I am, for he simply trumps the cake to be a political true speaker of the original investment of all of us. So as I am borderline schizophrenic, and so do I, or did I imagine Trav to be the same? And now I'm saying, that if Trav simply prolonged substance abuse to be then shaped, as well as fine fitted to and by the brief inclusive inclusion of all first former, and there then after, naval operation extreme warning devices, then so is it now to be said about Trav that I am simply aware in him as he is the awareness in I being, and so here we now find, the I that I am, is the I that he is as one to say, the am alone being the I that I am just am, full stop. Then so is it safe thereafter to say, Trav is the motherfucking it up all the time, brief inclusive result of broad daylight spectrum wherein, the full on, inclusive result is heightened intention as exclusive to say at the least, established in good comms around every reader, known to age to be invested in time to be awoken by their very own sleeping efforts to contribute to silence in loud noise apparent to deficit disorder, as a result in, out and through the very core root establishment of first and former, no way is this kid actually onto it. Yet now and again, I do see him who just is am I alone being the am that just is am period. Then so do I establish with him, the result of a mirrored perfect mirage in time to be smashed open, where out from the hidden box inside, up springs the original dig olive, the gemstone in rough, the diamond of exact tightly so cut, ground and shattering all hopes and dreams alive. The diamond of exact tightly so cut, as well as all the invested in space debris of the aftershock of his hammer, hitting the ground and shattering all hopes and dreams alive known to man to be, which is as into then say, if man who he is being, has his own hopes and dreams smashed, for that which he was, is this, but the let alone living Buddha, transgressing everything formerly said as a result by the carving of a manifesto with said set given pencil as the core root invested in time encapsulating, I is he, now coming aware to me to simply be the higher power, and not even close to one with mania or even any diagnosable mental illness, apart from fully being one invest of each substance to be used by him to core out the very root, pluck the seed up in mind's higher invested root income, to then first form establish good comms, to then later cook another book up, where knowing now so to I, is the whole event in larger than life, capital city, perfect way alia, being given the motherfucker's gift of life, the very so unshine, or exact opposite to every you and I, invested in time to not only partake in exchange of the wisdom coming out and through all given natural intake of transgression through and around his now immediate focalized technology upgrade, but also his apparent awareness, to firstly so establish good comms in foregrips to all that which is now surfacing in he, to be one whole investment of he, by the power in I as he being me, wherein then so, he speaks to himself through me to transgress naturally with the very nature of he being the I that I am, apparent over distance in time to schedule my very own result, like this. would never then seem to be the same. As in, am I doing this? It is he in I doing this. As in, sorry. Yes, it would never then seem to be the same. As in, am I doing this? Or is it he in I doing this? For he to then come and grab it by the balls in the age of connectivity, resulting in now just where we are, comma, the am just here, apparent to all age as random to some, yet known briefly by most, to just be the am me existing in life by the power of four, in full worship of subliminal attention, in respect to each catalogue of a must as a result of wicked men rising to stencil into time a mirrored mirage that is never, comma, or just never could be the same as the one dead set alone and out loud obvious, taming him impala. For as he is, comma, the actual pencil of first, that will be the last to every fake scribe, then so is the must to now say, comma, please Trav, do not stop, for this is highly intelligent shit coming out of you. Very self-owned fingertips, comma, amen. 11:22 p.m. end. And so we now say, is this really how it goes in life, that the one who we thought was just a beautiful disguise comes back into time as the one guy who's hard to tell that he must be high as hell, yet you got to know, you've just got to know, you got to know, oh, you got to know that when you can't put a finger on it, it's because you're in the dark, and that is when you must come out into the light to see that which is always so bright, the one invested in time to sit always too bloody right. And so I say, my friends, just imagine this for a second if you would, 'cause I know you could and so you should, but if you would, nunchucker luckin' would say that I'm proud to say on this day of my birth that here I am, back again, and you could have guessed it was me by now if you just sat down and chose to understand, but instead you passed on judgment that I was just a mad mud crab, a bloody mad mud crab. The mad mud crab man, of course, the one you all called cooked, but I'm just telling you, you can't judge that which you don't know. And simply because you didn't know me, because you didn't choose to understand me, you place judgment on I, and in placing judgment on I, you judge yourself. And that is when God is on the earth. He doesn't judge individuals, he judges the whole creation by simply being here. And in that so, everyone judges themselves in front of God, and then the judgment is done. And so this is the end. Much love to all of you, my friends.